Alright everybody, this is Sticky Rice with the 12th Virginia, and I'm going to commentate this regimental versus public match on this beautiful February 9th. So essentially, for this, we get coordinated
I'm also bad at vocabulary. I might as well be
officers
illiterate.
ran by
I can't read.
regiments
God
like
damn it.
19th
I am, but I
Indiana
can't
and
read.
12th
But
Virginia.
I'll
We got Matthias for CSA, Kennedy Freak for Georgia B, 5th NC Captain Doug, and Napoleon Bonaparte. And for Union, we got Viceroy of 12th Virginia, Kentucky from MB, 2nd MS, Cornwallis. And essentially, that's why I like playing these games is you get a really great mix of regimental play, as well as since this is a public match with no password, anyone who just recently bought the game can play, and they can see how good officers can move people, how to win games. Pub matches can be a little chaotic, and you can win for no reason and a bad strategy. But once you start playing regimental games, you need to come up with a good strategy, and you need to work together and coordinate together. And it's a great opportunity for the War Rice community to come together and play some high quality games. So this is our first game. We're gonna play Hooker's Push. At the start of the match, Union has a very long walk. They spawn all the way over there behind artillery. You do not want to lose your flags because it is a very long walk. So Union needs to make sure that they move with patience and with intent.
Why does it say you're level 1?
Viceroy hanging back. Cornwallis pushing up into the corn. And the point's not till all the way over here. Got jerk right on point. Doesn't do it much if you're out of line. Doesn't cap the point, but here we got 5th NC Captain Doug. Matthias. And Kennedy right here. Very common tactic right now is for Union to push left, get on these fences. It can disrupt CSA artillery. It doesn't look like anyone's actually on these CSA guns right now. Well, actually,
it's okay if you wanna.
Game was hiding their names from me. It's good. The Union, as we see over there in the corner, will push these fences over here. They have a good angle of attack on the rocks over here that Doug is holding, and they can get good shots on the CSA artillery. It doesn't look like CSA has anybody right, so they are going to counter this pretty well, actually. They're not getting shot up too much, so they're not being punished for their aggressive push right now. And Viceroy is right behind him. So all 4 CSA regiments are shooting down. Matthias is pushing up here.
Run to catch up.
Hold fire. Keep going.
Run to catch up. Run.
Trying to catch up. Cornwallis getting very aggressive. I wonder if they're charging the CSA artillery right now. They're about to get flanked on the left side here. Viceroy is no longer following. They're taking the long way out and shooting. Cornwallis's group is essentially wiping CSA artillery over here.
Trying to teach this dude. You just got the game yesterday.
Cornwallis falling back. Kennedy properly pushing up. Retaking artillery. See if it can get out of lines. Huge if CSA can knock flags. Pineapple Warrior is the most important person right now, as well as Taserface. That's a 3 minute walk from spawn over here. So Matthias pushing up here. Knocked down. CSA attempting to charge Union out here.
Hold here.
Shit!
Oh, they're not charging. They're gonna stay 20 feet away and shoot him out. That's a strategy you would not see in pub matches right now. In pub matches, everyone's just, oh, you see a guy 20 feet in front of you, you're gonna charge. But holding back, shooting it out here.
Here they come. Right here.
Napoleon taking the angle right here. You can go all the way over here, but really no reason to. Viceroy holding back. Matthias, this is a weird map. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so CSA is regrouping to the south here. Union's holding at the caissons. And they're going to get a shootout here. If anyone from CSA, no, they're going to be too busy at the rocks. That's, yeah, Doug's group. Doug's group has a lot to work on right now. They would like to only shoot the aggressive Union over here, but they have to contend with even just a small skirmish group right there. Those rocks are a huge target for artillery. Union artillery is not punishing them right now. So Doug is very content in holding those rocks here.
Hold your ground. Shut the fuck up.
Cornwallis about to pull back. CSA.
You can triple load.
3-man artillery. Get some shots, very close shots. Need a very short fuse time on that. It does look like one group from Union is attempting to spawn main, which loses a lot of time. Tickets are actually very even, which benefits Union. But both teams are still battle ready.
No, I'm not.
CSA very content with just turning this into a shootout. Viceroy goes down. Typically in pub matches, chaos ensues. But Cornwallis is grabbing his men and helping him pull back. Kind of create like an L formation where you could shoot Doug in the rocks and you can shoot the majority of CSA. CSA is not pushing up despite Union essentially pulling back. Cornwallis is attacking in the middle, potentially getting behind Doug. CSA can take advantage of this and pinch him, but they are not moving fast enough. So Cornwallis and his small group is trying to come up with a maneuver here. This is CSA artillery that could be wiped. These are free tickets for if Cornwallis
Our
wanted
infantry
it.
is so useless, dude. No, it's gonna go over their heads.
Curious what are you doing?
Oh, fuck, I overestimated. Guys, we're gonna get to the turn around, we're gonna shoot him. Get ready, get to the hill. Sprint
To the
if you can.
hell.
Sprint if you can.
Getting the deflate right here. What a movement here. CSA is attempting to run him out. I'm not entirely sure where Cornwallis is trying to go. Literally just ran across the entire map right there. Yeah, they are holding in this deflate here, but only out of necessity. CSA is charging. But they all probably ran at a stand.
I'm down.
So, Cornwallis will probably hold on. Doug is going to charge him out.
Surprise, motherfuckers!
Knocked down the flag, but the flag was picked up very quickly. Cornwallis is all on his own. I'm sure they're out of stam.
Run, Union, run!
But they're doing their best. Let's see here. Constant chasing. Viceroy here can easily push up. CSA artillery has no longer the infantry reinforcements here. It looks like he's going to decide to maybe push closer to point here.
My boy, sprint up, sprint up.
Keep going.
But he's running for the corn. Doug's resetting.
Did you like it?
Poland's holding. Matthias is not charging anymore.
Good shit.
Cornwallis.
Pull it back.
Oh, Cornwallis is gone. CSA has wiped Cornwallis. So there was a lot of running. This is one of the biggest maps, and they just ran all the way across the field and chased him. So let's see how this is going to work. Ghetto is artillery CO, scouting for Union artillery. Union artillery has a very long shot, but a lot of this map hasn't changed much. So timings and yardages aren't changing too much. And a lot of the markers are pretty dialed in right now, so just letting them know on the timing of the shots and stuff. Union resetting in the corn. Union has a good deflate down here for pop-up volleys. I believe Matthias sees that and holds that. You know, originally CSA did not hold the right side. Everyone assumed we're going CSA left, which they did. So this is going to be the first time we're going to be actually shooting on the right side. See here, Doug and Napoleon pushing up, probably back to the rocks here. What is this? Did he steal a CSA cannon? I'm intrigued, actually. Yeah, Ghetto scouting for artillery.
Remy.
Expect some good shots at those rocks. I think I just missed a shot.
You guys move up.
Okay about that?
Viceroy smoking, taking advantage of these deflate right here that I mentioned earlier. Matthias is pushing back pretty far. These are long shots here.
Whoa. Company, take aim! Take aim! Steady! Fire and pull back! Fire and pull back! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Move back. Pull back.
Those are good shots. It's a good volley. Union was still silhouetting. That's the thing. That's another big difference on regimental and pub matches. Is a regiment will correctly pop up, shoot,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
and because they're silhouetted against the background of the corn, will actually fall back in the
I haven't seen any
defilade.
either since that happened.
Sometimes
But when you
he's
get
really
when you get pup players and you
Boys,
Get
take
up,
aim.
maybe
get
you're
up,
not
get up.
constantly announcing orders and stuff. Like, oh, I probably won't get shot here, and they do get shot. Is everyone gonna reload in the defilade?
Hey, we got our group moving on the right.
You know when you
Almost
like,
done.
reload, put the cap on,
But
but you don't. And
Yeah,
then
you still get
fire,
a
it's
squad of
so
5
good.
that don't reload in the defilade.
Do
Just
not
right of
shoot.
south
Do not shoot.
on the ridge line.
Do not shoot, boys.
That happens. CSA didn't want to take that shot. They were losing tickets. I don't think it was Matthias losing tickets. But Matthias and Kennedy are pulling back. Let's see if Union's gonna push up here.
There's spotters on our
Doug's regiment gets gets a wide variety. This is the best spot. You can see the entire map of whatever Union's doing, but if you can see them, they can see you. So that's why he's running rolling volleys right there. Artillery shot was short, but down in. Union's pushing up.
Alright.
Cornwallison, and this
Throw it on
is
my tongue.
Viceroy.
Mind your
Never
language.
say
Very
day
good,
your
very
life.
good.
No
Now, obviously Union wants to push up. CSA does not have a lot of tickets on this map. And they need to be wary of cap zone. Ooh. Middle of nowhere there. This cap zone is quite large. So they need to be able to play aggressive. Deal with these peaks and valleys. That's right. Kind of a quarter defilade right there. Very target-rich environment for Viceroy.
Boy, like you're not living.
Fix the line.
Directly no big B there.
Guys, y'all want to go?
He's probably AFK.
Move to bridge line.
Viceroy running rolling volleys.
Hey, my guy. What's up?
Smokey's doing shooting a point. CSA is falling back all the way behind the tree here.
Great for us,
Interesting
don't worry.
flag down.
That flag up. Hold line right here.
Bending the fence here, you could shoot behind the fence, but I guess they really want to play a little passive, and that's okay because they do not have a lot of tickets.
Guys, make sure you're reloading.
Oh, nice. They dropped
Put your
Union silhouetting themselves.
Check when ready.
Bales on, bales
Let's
on.
see if
Everything
they
on.
can get their shots here. Union's getting more aggressive.
Right, gonna come up.
Charges don't really help CSA. Usually want to play it. This is a shooter's game, unless you can full wipe them. Union is pushing. Which direction? Straight towards Matthias. No, they're just gonna sit out in the open. They can now be shot from two different directions here. Smokey's trying to cover the left side. Cornwallis is correctly pulling back here. Union is capping right now.
Are those friendlies right
Here
there?
they come.
On top of the Oh, well, no.
Back to the start.
do
Move
see
up to the
shots.
start.
If correctly pull off. Interesting. CSA probably playing a little too passive here. I would.
Here.
Union silhouetting themselves. These are good shots for CSA. I take that back. Russell.
Yeah,
Give
bro.
us
You
11 shot. Give us 11
Let's see if they can actually get a good
Help
shot
me move it
here.
up. Ball gutter. Help me move this
Oh, they're
cannon up.
reloading. No one's holding the rocks. CSA shifting right. I never liked it on this map. Every time you see an artillery shot here, it shoots up a lot of grass. A little different than the rest of the maps here. That means Napoleon's basically on his own. If Union wanted to, they could push up to this fence here. CSA can hit. They would usually fall back over here, but I don't think they will. I think that they're happy getting their good shots here.
Oh my god.
You still see him right above the fence there.
Nuke, how many you got coming in on the flag?
Viceroy's down, but they're still holding. CSA is getting very close to each other.
Rise. You see, that's the trick. You can aim and rise. See, boys, you can aim while you're crouched. You can rise up while aiming. It's really good.
Yeah, but you lose 5 seconds on the reload.
We're showing you. Keep blind, low.
I love the smoke in this game. Viceroy's unit pulling closer to Smokey and Cornwallis. Napoleon's basically on his own. CSA is essentially retreated to the main hill here as they go taking losses. 21 minutes of taking losses, not exactly the best here. Ghetto's still there. I'm seeing a lot of artillery shots. That was an air burst right there. Not seeing anything land here. I don't know if I'm getting the spectator curse or not.
Alright, well. I have to make the walk again.
Take aim.
The air burst.
Quickly move forward,
Steady,
move forward.
Steady. Part, pull back. Part, pull back, guys. Pull back. Do not reload. Just go.
Back.
CSA is pulling back.
We're fixing to
Napoleon's still holding the edge here. Cornwallis playing behind Smokey here. CSA is for all intents and purposes what I would call turtling. They're not turtling, but this is when CSA is in these trees right here. They lost too many tickets too fast. This is not looking good for CSA. Despite Union does not have that great of a ticket advantage. But if it's 50-50, it essentially helps Union in the attack. A shooter's match, and Union's pulling it off. You'll see. What happened to Viceroy's company? Oh, here we are. I believe he got wiped somehow and had to pull back a lot. I wish the game showed the stars better. There we go. What is that? What are you? Whoever's shooting this artillery shot is needs to do something different here. Smokey's getting the bush here. That was very close. That's a good shot. But Union does need to be a little more aggressive, getting into braking.
Gentlemen, aim
Let's go
down
now.
the line. Aim down my line. Someone
Hey.
take it. Fire! Ball back.
Good volley, good volley.
Get out of there.
Right. Got Union taking losses, 17-22.
I'm down.
I got it.
I wonder if Viceroy is going to take the rocks here.
Movie rock.
Those are just skirmishers. Skirmishers took the rocks. Viceroy's going for the start of the map strat. Taking a midline though.
We're winning.
Stay down,
Stupid
bitch.
bitch.
Yeah, that's right. Eat that dirt.
A lot of outline tickets right now for CSA.
Looks like we're moving out.
Viceroy not going for CSA artillery, but getting a good angle. CSA does not know Viceroy's group is right here, so no one's facing them. Union's pushed up, and Napoleon's pushed up as well into the fence here. That's good for Napoleon. Cornwallis getting a skirmish line going. Ooh. Finally saw an artillery hit right there. Ooh, there we go. That got to hitting Viceroy's company. Hopefully they told their officers that Viceroy's essentially like pinching them. You shouldn't get too aggressive now, but you can definitely get a little closer. Half his company went with him.
We should cut them left.
Okay, Matthias finally switched over. Attack Viceroy. CSA's making a cool triangle right here. Pulling back in the trees to shoot Viceroy. Shoot to the left. If Union's smart, they keep CSA exactly where they are and pull one regiment or one skirmish company and cap point. And CSA would be forced to come out of the trees and get shot from the left and right. But we still got a lot of tickets. That was a good Union shot. Flag down. Looks like Kennedy's gonna force Viceroy's hands here. Viceroy's company needs to pull back here.
That flag.
Yeah, they couldn't get too aggressive. They probably should have stayed at their rocks. They got that flag. Good job, CSA. Can Waluigi make it? Keep running. Do them.
Wipe
Good shot there.
Hey,
Waluigi fucking pulling the flag back like a G. And CSI didn't even know their own flag was down.
Shit.
Oh, you!
Cornwallis just pushed up.
Southeast. Look southeast, maybe
Uh,
southeast. Wait for him to come up top of that hill.
So essentially taking advantage of the entire CSA army, essentially forcing Viceroy out of his position, and Cornwallis and Smokey just took it. Just took it right out of their hands, accelerating the ticket loss. Wow. Napoleon is attempting a charge on Cornwallis, but I don't think that's going to end up very well if the Union correctly follows back their flag. Smokey needs the help on the left side, clean Napoleon's group out. I don't think they're aware of Cornwallis just falling down. The CSA does go into breaking. 12 minutes left. Even though the ticket advantage just boosted in favor of Union huge, but I think CSA has some momentum. That is a Union down flag there. They did shot Waluigi.
Run with the flag northeast.
Smokey recovered, but the rest of the Union squad has to come back from spawn, which will benefit CSA. CSA is forced to basically stay on point here. Matthias does not have to be on point exactly. He could pull back if he wanted to, but Kenny's holding the rocks here. CSA is realizing that Smokey was still alive and they're shooting backwards, but Doug's pushing up on point. You don't have to play too aggressively here for CSA. You need to be close to point, but you don't have to be on point quite yet. You can hold back on these rocks, and you can still hold back about here and take advantage of the height difference. Because you're gonna see Union come out of the corn and show their move, whether they're gonna go right, center, or left. So CSA does not actually have to be on point, other than just to, keep the cap red and prevent like a pre-cap. But you really do not have to be on point.
Press T, look east.
Great. This should be Cornwallis. Cornwallis is regrouped. Ooh, good artillery shot there.
Flag's down.
No, it isn't. I got it.
Tyus's, Smokey's group is over here. Smokey's scouting. No, okay, his group's following him. Clean out the. I wonder if they're gonna shoot Moon here.
Flag.
Get over here, get over here. Everybody over
I want to see this. Come on, Moon. They don't know you're there. Take a shot. Oh. Alright. Yeah, Doug's in a good position here, holding the right side. His position, you can see the far right, where Cornwallis and Smokey are, and hold the mid.
I'm shooting the blue coming at our front.
Luckily, Matthias got off point, direct center, right as Union hits the corn here. That would have been very bad for CSA, so Matthias is thankfully pulled back. Is there another group from Union, Pun? Or is that just artillery? It's just artillery, okay. Weiser's group. pushing the cap, not going for the rocks themselves, but developing a skirmish line on point. I believe this is Cornwallis. Cornwallis is also on point, right at the edge, developing a skirmish line as well. Union does have enough people to start capping this, which will force CSA Hand to get off their positions by the rocks. Still a quarter morale stage boost to Union. Another absolutely ridiculous artillery shot in the middle of nowhere.
On the right a little bit.
There we go. That's a close shot. Union back to capping here. CSA down to almost a half a morale state in the breaking. Doug's has flanked all the way across here. Get a better shot on Cornwallis.
Go ahead.
Playing a little back. Probably needs to push up with Doug. If CSA full wipes Union, that is their benefit. I mean, you can't go into last stand, but you gotta play to the map advantage. That's a 2 or 3 minute walk from main spawn, and you could pull a victory. But Union is capping, and they're not being forced to do anything different. CSA is not attempting to charge them out yet. They're getting shots on the flag. Smoke is pulling back. Doug's pushing in. Napoleon has to help him. You cannot do that alone. Best way to start a charge is to shoot their officer. It's a great shot, Doug. Cause any sort of chaos, but he goes down. Perfect time for Napoleon to push up. Union is pulling back here. Viceroy's company. It's essentially eliminated almost everyone from the rocks here, but
Calm down. Fine. Shoot that bitch. Shoot that bitch.
CSA is kind of
He's down.
maybe half wiped Viceroy's company. 2 CSA flags are down. But Union doesn't have any people to recover. And their flag needs to get in formation. Let's see. Napoleon's company. Oh man, this is perfect for CSA right now. They can't have anyone out of line die.
Aim about halfway up where the fence is.
But yeah, you do not want to go into last stand right now. Because if Union goes into final push, you're not really gaining any time if you're CSA. This is perfect for CSA. As much as it feels really bad for them, they lost just enough not tickets to get pushed here.
Enemy on the left, Rambo on the left in the corner.
Got a Rambo in the ring.
Rambo does not actually help CSA right now. Artillery short about 20 feet. There's still this middle shot. I still don't understand what this shot is. I'm shooting almost directly mid on point, and there's no one on point. CSA gets a Rambo to grab their flag. That's huge. But they're about to go in the last stand, so it shouldn't matter too much. I'm very surprised. I really thought Union had a big advantage here, but CSA has just squeezed themselves enough to force the Union regroup. And it's been CSA goes in the last stand. Union does not have to rush this. They do have 3 minutes, which is plenty of time. But another full wipe for Union is an absolute disaster. So CSA does not want to play too aggressively. They do not have to be on point. Doug's group is doing a skirmish line right here. You want to keep the point capped, but you really don't need a whole lot of people to do that. So CSA back to a shooter's map. Just make every movement very painful for Union.
Spread it out. You need everyone.
Spread it out. CSA regrouped from their wipe from spawn, grabbing the left side. So CSA has multiple angles on the shooting at the point. Union's burned a minute at least since I mentioned it turning into a shooter's match. Very surprised. This is a great game right now. Union still regrouping in the corn. A very long walk. Union cannot afford to not work together. And if I mess up my words, they basically have to work together. And they need to coordinate when they go for point here. Because Union does not cannot afford a full wipe. A full wipe for Union is GG. So let's see how CSA does. Pulling back off the right side, taking advantage of the height advantage.
He barely knocked over 2 guys.
Union's pushing up to point. And let's see when CSA actually wants to charge. The sooner the better. If they can get a coordinated artillery shot here, that would help tremendously. But CSA does need to charge. Overtime only helps Union here. Doug pushing up, Napoleon pushing up. And I don't think CSA has the manpower. Union worked together to attack the point. And we should go into overtime for a Union victory.
Southerners are all about, you fucking idiot.
Oh, he's there.
Love the trash talk in this game. You can go into final push, but this is game. Wow, you know, I really didn't expect it. I really expected a much stronger Union victory. They were up at least a half a morale stage when it really mattered at taking losses. CSA did pull it off and make it a close game, but the morale stage advantage for Union really just proved to be too much. CSA is very limited on tickets, that's why I had to turtle into those trees, but it was a little too late. But CSA did do a great job of full wiping. It's a huge morale kick to Union to be able to walk all the way across the map. I do not feel like artillery on really any team did any sort of impact, this game for casualties is basically a dead even. Which is not great for CSA. CSA should be the defenders and should have less out of lines, but the casualties were essentially dead even. And that is essentially the great definition of that game. Is just an even game will benefit the attackers as long as the attackers don't fumble the game. So, excellent game. Glad it was a close game, and look forward to seeing you guys on the next map.
In this map, concealment. Bayonets in front at all times.
Get on the line.
That's
Form your line
melee
to my
mode
right.
in game terms. That's guard mode in historical terms. Bayonets leveled in front at all times, gentlemen. All times, bayonets in front.
Let's go, guys. Start moving. Let's go.
Let's go, bitches.
Alright, everybody. Welcome to another Regimental versus Pub match on this great Friday evening. We're playing Eastwoods as our second map. We have Matthias, Doug, Major Billy Ree, and John Brown as our CSA officers for today. And for Union, we have Viceroy from last game, Smokey, and Huncho. Eastwoods, last couple matches I've seen with Eastwoods, it's a huge CSA victory where Union basically turtles very hard in spawn, and I'm really hoping we get a very competitive match. Main strategy for Union is to play very aggressive, running up all the way from spawn up here and attacking CSA very
I think that's
early.
all friendlies in front of us. Oh,
as
that's enemy.
Huncho
Yeah,
is.
directly down the snake rail. Fucking fire.
Flag moves up. It's a friendly.
I don't think they're shooting at some Rambos here in the bushes here. The problem with Eastwoods, all the fighting happens in the forest. So I'm gonna try to do my best to get you guys the best angle if possible. And I look forward to a good map. So Huncho is essentially all by himself here, providing the scouting. Matthias is pushing up. Great thing about the fog of war is if they can't see you, you can't see them, and I don't know if they know Huncho is actually pushed up there.
Go, follow your starboard.
Slowly, we're
Right here.
Matthias gets shot.
Right here. Far left blue. If you don't move there will be swarm left.
It's always funny seeing 8 people shoot into essentially nothing. And if you don't even have a star, you can get very confused.
Yeah. Pull back, northeast.
Causes a huge issue in
face,
pub games. If you don't have your officer and you don't know what to do, get a lot of chaos. So I look forward to seeing some of that. Rest of CSA has pushed. Such a huge strategy for CSA is to push all the way to the edge of the map here. Push their way forward and forward and forward, trying to avoid capping. If they believe Union is essentially turning the entire game, they will pre-cap and play that game. Particularly, CSA does not want to try capping unless they know that. And the main strategy for CSA is to push out in the open. They can't push out into here. This is kind of like the edge here. But they push up here. Union does not seem to want to do much of anything here.
Fritz, I love your fucking attitude, but your regiment's kind of fucking retarded.
Hey
But I love
man,
you. I
don't
love your
talk to
attitude.
me about shots fired, okay?
I'm gonna avoid that conversation right there.
That's what
I
don't know. I'll think about it.
Union's essentially pushing right. I think they were kind of assuming CSA would run down the fence line. I have seen CSA run down the fence line here. But no, CSA is pushing all the way south.
Hey, Moon Baby, you want to join Mississippi Brigade?
I couldn't get into the 18th.
I am already in Mississippi.
And Union's essentially playing the waiting game
They like
right
to
here.
put you on your back as they tell you orders.
That really made
This
me
is a great
sad.
game for skirmishers to get any sort of information. Everyone's just kind of making a formation line, and there's not a single single person anywhere to shoot at. So it's kind of a chicken and mouse game with these woods maps here.
Friendlies.
Doug and Matthias are kind of pushing the most aggressively. I don't see Huncho's group over here either.
Get on the fence. Get on the fence.
Oh yeah, see, okay. Yeah. Huncho's here, but or his regiment's here, but
I need more
Face the
bullets.
point, gentlemen. Face the point. We're gonna capture the point.
Northwest. Volley came from the
Northwest.
northwest.
CSA is pre-capping. If they don't see a huge
Northwest.
Union
Northwest.
Oh god, I'm stuck, boys.
We need to wheel this line. We're in a column. We need to be in a battle line. On my left and right. To the northwest.
Wait, where are you guys shooting? That's our guys. Hold on.
Get on my left and right, you fuck.
Not a lot of great shots here.
Let's go.
Very tough fight.
Take A!
Aim.
Independent ball!
Tyus and Addy have good shots here. We're gonna stick with that. Let's see how the left is doing.
Right there, all that smoke. Keep lighting them up, boys. Keep lighting them up. Hey, make sure I don't die over there. Do not die on the other side of that.
Don't you get in a good angle here. One regiment on regiment.
Sure you load the fucking ball!
Tyus shooting over here. We got
To the north. To the north.
to the north. Guess what? There's nobody to the north. Union very much turtling. Our Toaster's trying to skirmish and try to find where they're at.
Hey, Cornwallis, do you still hate me?
I fucking love you, Krabby.
Not going over there.
Come here.
Union's just kind of holding the river, or holding the road right there.
Oh
The
no.
CSA is probably shooting in this direction, but
I don't
there's no one shooting anybody. That's running smoke here, moving as a group to attack Doug.
We're in the corn, by the way.
I am
Right there.
Doug is on the other side of the fence, so a little hard to charge, but
Oh my god.
they have the numbers here.
What is happening?
Doug needs to pull back. He might get full wiped here. Union on a... That flag's gonna get away. Major Bill's running back to spawn here. Good job, Major Bill. Matthias helping. About to attack from the side.
Toby, keep nonsense.
Behind us.
They are behind you.
Hey there, what are you doing, bud?
Matthias had too much of an aggressive flag there. Hit a brick wall. You just got very distinctive uniforms on this map. I think that benefits CSA. But in the stab, it does help. I feel like it does help Union. And that was a great attack by Union. Whether they're going to take advantage of it and recap, I don't think so. They're not going to really gain any tickets. Rest of CSA is very content.
Y'all need fucking help.
Holding in the back. They're actually
The company
falling
in front
back.
of us, we're gonna support
Getting
it.
farther and farther away.
Alabama.
Guys, I want you guys to trade shots when they're gonna be coming up from the
It's like I'm playing an entire different
Union finally coming down the road.
Put them down,
Down the
boys. Put 'em
fence
down.
line.
Shoot at their sheet. Shoot at their sheet.
down, boys.
How does Handshake get a sword?
That's a friendly.
I got him.
Copy,
That's
copy.
a friendly, boys. Hit T.
Interesting. Viceroy pushing up to CSA spawn.
Look at all those confetti queers.
Come on, boys.
We'll get a better shot. Keep moving.
If they push up, they can catch a lot of CSA out in the open here.
Get up here.
We should get them right.
Oh, there they are. They're coming.
Yeah, you can see them.
Just trying to beat him to the fence.
Shoot them down.
It'll be very interesting.
Dress in our clothing.
Hit him, boys. Hit him. Get on the fence. Hit him.
CSA's not pushing over.
There are hordes of them.
Fuck you.
Because of Major Bill being able to get their flag, CSA does be able to get some
Damn it, Doc's been shot. Independent frost.
Fades, you're gonna get killed on the flag gun right behind you. I'm sorry.
CSA has no cover besides the fence, but
I just wonder why.
Eunice slowly whittling them down. Do want to get these guys pushed up a little bit, but kind of at a standstill here.
From 4 to 12.
Spawn main for like 30 seconds away.
The benefits of CSA is CSA can just spawn. They literally spawn main right there.
Fuck my sister and now
Fuck you, bitch. Come on, you ready?
Punches back with his pistol. That'll help Union. Smokey could push up here, which looks like he is.
Let me know if they charge.
I'm curious if CSA is helping out here from the.
Move up. Sprint
Sprint forward.
forward.
Yeah, they're west.
There's a Yankee company up
Form of
here
this other
somewhere.
line.
Who's about to help Matthias right here?
Libtard, nigger.
What are they trying to do to us?
Union has 0 officers online. Is a huge benefit to CSA right now. CSA is pushing up. Matthias gets shot down. But CSA is pushing and trying to wipe him out.
No, we
Union
can't
flag
get behind
down.
May still lose,
CSA being able to push on both sides of the fence right now because of the pinch.
Hey, we gotta go. We gotta go. Go to point. Hey, where's it now?
To point. Point out. Let's go.
You can get some of their flags back.
Get them yanked. Get them yanked.
I don't think anyone is actually on point for Union, actually. Well, that's not true. There's a couple skirmishers and stuff.
Them up, didn't you?
There's another on the road. Proceed.
I don't know if they're in skirmishing to actually knock it down. But Doug is making sure that CSA is committed to the cap.
Right here, boys. Right here. No, we're taking it back. We're taking it back. We're good. We're good. We're good.
We got it.
Yeah, you only had like a handful there.
Cover.
There's rebels on the rocks.
Cover. They cover. They cover.
Got an officer there.
Nitro and Nuke, some of the best arty men in the game. No artillery,
Hey, right here,
not that you would
right
want
here,
to, you
right
can't
here.
see
Just a good
anything,
little
but
log. Turn around.
see how Union attacks this here. CSA is obviously very committed to the cap. They only have to play 12 more minutes. It does allow Union to play more aggressively because they're always going to get the tickets back on a recap. So that's probably why CSA does not want them to to recap. Let's see here. Hunches regrouping. Viceroy's regrouping.
He needs a bail.
Taking a long time to regroup here.
On the job.
Can't even see your name. You're moving too quick. Chuck Finley.
Viceroy's gonna push up to Huncho down the road.
Bastard.
You got fucking fire superiority. Fucking use it, boys. Get behind a tree, skirmishing.
Union can recap right here. Well.
I'm so
Yeah, CSA is pulling off cap here. If Union wanted to, they could have the numbers if Viceroy's company gets up here quick enough.
Get out.
Oh my.
I'll get the officer.
How dare they?
Riley's been able to skirmish this whole game, getting a lot of great shots here.
Moving to our left,
southeast.
From the east.
Whole company southeast.
The Huncho realizing Doug's trying to get a good flank on him.
Follow my line. Follow
This
my
flank
line.
will
Let's go.
cost time on recapping here.
Come on, man. You know the airsoft rules. Once you're dead, you can't talk.
You heard me.
Smokey's group pushing up.
All the stars.
Union can get a huge pinch right here.
Those little Confederate bitches.
Goes to CSA. Billy Ree.
Get on point.
A lot of angles going on right now. It's a very interesting game. Doug gets shot down. Attempting a charge. Union getting pushed off point here. CSC retaking advantage. Matthias essentially just kind of hit Viceroy's company very difficult and very hard from the side and push Union into taking losses. Is not very good for Union.
I got some too.
The Union has to recap now.
Oh my God.
Taking losses at 37 minutes is not great. CSA can really clamp down. Just like how I mentioned earlier in this game.
The back left cheek, and we can start talking.
You did wipe CSA right here, but they have absolutely nobody to take advantage of it, and CSA gets their flag back. Like how I said earlier in the game, CSA can really clamp down and force Union to turtle.
Shoot that flag down, boy. Shoot that flag down.
And this group is probably the only Union regiment that can prevent that. Getting some angles while the rest of the Union group's up. But we're almost at the point where CSA can actually just hold point. Stay on point. You know, unlike last map where you really don't want to stay on point because it's a wide open field. Eastwood's CSA can be very content.
Listen,
This is point. Union spawn is essentially right down that road, just no more than like a 30-second walk. And CSA can just shoot Union for the next 7 minutes and 50 seconds and force Union to come up with like a really great plan, which can be very difficult. And as long as CSA plays very aggressive, you essentially get a point where even if Union does recap it, they won't get any morale boost. And then that turns into another benefit where it benefits the attackers.
Get the flags
Oh,
up.
watch the rear.
Get our flags up.
CSA gets some flags up.
Fuck yeah!
Union still has this angle here.
You've been keeping an eye over
Yeah, the great 90-degree angle shot on these guys.
We can't fucking deal with this shit.
That's why their flags here just keep dropping
Get that
every
other
5
flag up.
seconds.
Other flag up.
Let's see here. Union foot trying to find any cover they can.
That's 6. We're charging.
Charging at 6, boys.
And the Union.
Union about to charge it in 40 seconds. This would be really great. Union still has his group up here.
Them either, else they would have been doing more damage.
That's their saving grace. Blake realizes it, and that's why he's shooting that way.
On the right.
We're surrounded, boys. It's okay.
Yep.
Hold your
Yeah,
ground.
we're supposed
Hold
to
your
be.
ground. We're good.
I don't know where the rest of CSA is. Oh, here we go.
The flag went down to the right.
About to just blast Hunchos from the side. Completely unaware. Excellent maneuver by Doug right here.
I can't breathe!
Charge.
Kill them all, boys! Kill them all!
Doug's really charging here. The Union charge at 6 minutes is no longer going to be as effective as it was going to. Excellent timing by Doug and excellent maneuver.
Drummer warrior.
Union is probably still attempting to charge point.
Yes, sir!
Go, gentlemen, go.
Smokey's trying to rally the troops. Union is on point here.
Right as we attacked.
That was weird.
What a punch and counter punch here. Dixie Normus regets her flag. Doug is regrouping.
CIE knows what to do.
Model Hort has bad turns.
I wonder if he's going to attack for point. But it looks like Union is about to recap. Still have another minute for CSA to do something about it, but it does look like Union has CSA on their heels. They're going to grab about probably a third of a morale state boost. And then it's going to turn into an even game.
Watch out. I'm not doing this for Lincoln.
Stay on point.
You can't forget about point here.
Push north, Union.
If you don't recap, you're losing in 4 minutes, and this is your only chance to do it.
Fuck you, buddy, city boy!
You shot me.
There's CSA flags. What I was going to say is 37 minutes is not great for Union.
Get the spear wall going, guys.
Essentially, once you recap, which they should in 5 seconds,
Right of our officer.
Union has to get them into a position where CSA gets into final push before they get into last stand. Because they're going to lose the attrition battle. If CSA caps, the game's over. If the tickets are the same, it benefits CSA. So Union has to be very, very delicate going forward. They need to make sure that they maintain a ticket advantage, which I believe they've already lost a little bit here. Not much. It's essentially even.
Over here in the fucking bush.
And they need to reset.
ass formation. Hey, flag it.
CSA is forced to reset because they got wiped. 2 regiments got wiped. They don't have their flags. So I'm curious what Union's going to do here.
On the line, gentlemen.
On the line,
Right
on
on
the
your
line.
face.
Bore snout off my left shoulder. This is a bore
This is a
snout.
great game. This is a 300-man battle. I love 300-man battles.
Keep your eyes open, boys.
Y'all survived
Bison
on
Hunter
that?
holding the right side. Smokey's holding the left. Let's see what CSC is going to do. Doug and Matthias are regrouping. If I was CSA, I would probably just attack for point. Head down the right side. Riley would scout him. Riley's a great scout. If I was CSA, I would get about here and just march forward. You could attempt a wipe here, but
Enemies west. Enemies west.
That's what it's gonna be, and that's the role of Smokey. Smokey will be the first line of defense for Cap, which will basically alert Viceroy and company and pinch on point. Or, which actually looks like that's going to happen. CSA could push down all the way to the fence, but then you're going to run into both 2 Union regiments, and then it turns into a shootout. You're not really sure who's going to win. So Matthias and Kennedy are pushing up.
Hell yeah, Space Monkey, go.
CSA has plenty of time. CSA is picking up their flags, which is huge. Ryan just didn't get the guy who got the flag, but he got one of the guys.
Okay, copy. Hold.
Don't shoot, boys. Don't shoot.
Smoke coming from our left side, but
Kneel down, boys.
Don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes.
I killed the flag bearer. I killed him. I don't see him. Oh, shit.
And from this shooting, Union should alert the other guys that CSA is going for point. CSA is capping right now, which will force Union to get away from
Charge.
So that's why we got a charge on the other side, Huncho and Viceroy. Huncho hopefully grab the rest of the guys. A lot of stragglers right here.
Come on, boys!
And I don't think that was enough for Union, actually. I believe the entire CSA team is on point right now. And I think we're about to hit a GG here. Wow. That's amazing. You know, I really expected a huge CSA victory. And I don't think I actually saw that in this game. CSA definitely had the upper hand most of the game, but it was not a domination. But tactically, it kind of was a domination. CSA did cap, stopped the black timer, forced Union into an interesting position where they had to navigate basically a shootout. And CSA responded by basically not making a shootout, saying, I'm going to be on point, force me off it. And Union was not able to get them off point and took that to a win. So excellent game. Very difficult map for Union to win. And another unbelievably even game. 154 out of lines. Wow. And CSA still pulled off the victory. That is huge. So, great job, everyone. Love these regimental versus public matches, and I'll see you guys next week.